Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Licks Livestream. This week we are going to jump into some melodic minor kind of playing. And basically I'm going to show you this exercise that I made. It's one of the Wednesday warm-ups. Came out a couple of weeks ago. You can see the link below for it if you want to check it out. You can grab the tab for it. It's completely free. I also have the Guitar Pro file and like everything else that goes with it on my Patreon. My full library of tabs and licks and lessons and everything is up on Patreon. That's linked below as well. So check it out, guys. I appreciate the support very much. Let me play it for you first of all. So it's a whole exercise. It's basically like all my Wednesday warm-ups, or most of them at least. It's made up of licks that you can actually use in your playing. You know, it's not just a purely for the technique type of exercise. It's actually licks that you can go ahead and use, but it does go across the fretboard. It goes through all of the keys. I'll just play it for you, and then I'll show you exactly how to play it, and we'll talk a little bit about how it's put together. So here we go. There we go. All right, so the backing track, which comes, you know, with the download, is actually available in like 3 different tempos. So you know, you can try it out at different tempos and kind of work up the speed. But yeah, let me show you exactly how to play it. So we're all the way up here to start with, and that it goes back down. So we are in G minor, right? So G minor, melodic minor is like, or that's one of many ways of playing that scale. So it's obviously like a minor scale, but with a major 6th step and a major 7th step. That's the short version of what a melodic minor is. So we are playing licks coming out of the G melodic minor to start with, and then we just move down in whole tones. So I'm just going to show you how to play it in one key, and then explain how it links to the other keys. So we'll do it in G minor, which is where it starts. Then it moves down to F minor, then E flat minor, C sharp minor, B minor, A minor, and then finally G minor again. So it ends up where it started in terms of the keys. Okay, so first of all, use your 3rd finger on the 17th fret of the D string, and then use your 1st finger on the 15th fret of the top 3 strings. And here we're rolling. So I'm not just holding them down, because then I'm going to hear all the notes ringing at the same time. I want them to hear them just being individual tones, so only one note at a time type of thing. And so that's something you might have to practice a little bit to make that happen. And that is just your G minor arpeggio, just a triad, right? Super, super simple. And so these are 16th notes, but they're actually swung. So they're not like 1 E and A. They're like 1 E and A. So 1 da 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 3 E and A, 4 E and A. They're like swung 16th notes. Okay? there we have it. Let's move on. So we got the first arpeggio, like that. Now you could economy pick that. I use economy picking a lot, and I will be using it later. But I actually like the flow better when you alternate pick this. So I'm going down, up, down, up. Nice and simple. Okay? And now we're gonna go 17 with the third finger, and then little finger goes on 18. Okay? And then that pulls off to 14, first finger. And then you use your little finger on 17, and you pull off to 15, so little finger to second finger. So that's kind of a classic, you know, jazz lick right there. Make sense? All right, so now we're gonna move on. So after that, I'm gonna use my first finger on 15th, the 15th fret of the B string, and say, you know, that might seem a little tight, but I'm using two fingers there rather than, you know, barring with one finger, just because it feels like it comes out a little clearer that way. And after that, we got third finger on the 17th fret of the G string, and then first finger slides from 15 to 14, like that. Okay? And now we're gonna hammer second finger to fourth finger, 15th fret to 17th fret, same string. And then we're going to, so we're gonna also hammer first finger to the second finger, 14th to 15th fret. So like I've said many times, you know, the picking pattern and the sort of sequence of hammer-ons and pull-offs is dominated by sort of my desire to create an interesting rhythmic contour to the phrase. So, you know, there's a lot of up beat kind of action. It's just kind of like a bebop language vibe right there. So, okay. Okay, now it gets a little more colorful. So now this is actually a D triad, right? So in the middle of a G minor context, that definitely has a vibe to it. Okay, and we'll talk more about that in a second. But the way that you play that is 14 with the first finger, and then I'm actually using my second finger here on 16 on the D string, and then third finger on 17 on the A string. That's just a D triad. And then we're going like this. So I'm using my little finger here. Again, I'm choosing to use, instead of rolling a finger or barring, I'm using two different fingers to kind of just have each note sound clearer. So sometimes a fingering can help you create a more clear kind of phrasing. So here I'm using little finger on the 17th fret, first finger on the 14th fret, and then second finger on the A string there on the 15th fret. And as you may have noticed, well, this is a C major triad. And this is the thing that I wanted to get at. Those two triads, the D triad, which is like the 5 chord, and the C triad, which is like the 4 chord, that's something that you can do on any melodic minor kind of vibe, or you know, if you have a minor chord like the G minor, if you pull out the 5 chord and the 4 chord, in this case, you know, like that's a major chord, so like a D and a C, if you pull out those arpeggios in the context of a minor chord like G minor, you've got yourself a really cool melodic minor style sound. Then you just need a bit of a minor third action. So yeah, that's something to play around with right there. So but that's ingrained in this little exercise here. So that's D triad and the C triad. Okay, let's continue. So far we got okay, so now we're gonna go 17 and pull that off. 17 with the little finger on the A string, pull that off to 13. That's a pretty long pull off. Okay, and then you're gonna go back to the root note there, 15th fret on the low E string with your 3rd finger. Okay. And then we're gonna go 12 and 14, and then 15 again. Okay. So that's kind of a classic melodic minor situation as well, to approach the root from just below right there, you know, the major 7. And then we're gonna go and do this, which is just a G minor 6 arpeggio. Again, bringing out, you know, the two really colorful notes are obviously the major 6 and the major 7, and played in conjunction with the minor 3rd. Then you have the sound right there. That is the sound of melodic minor. More than anything else, it's that combination. So here we have 15, and then 13 with the 2nd finger, and then 12. That's your 5th. Okay, and then your major 6th is up there with the 3rd finger on the 14th fret of the D string. Okay. Now let me play it for you one more time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now the question is, how is this all chained together? Well, the thing is, we're right here. That's our last note. Now we only have to move up 1 semitone to start the whole thing, the very same thing again, in a key, a whole step below it, a whole tone below it. So next key would be F minor. So the very same thing, the very same fingering, same everything, just 2 frets down. Okay, and you know, if you want to have another look at the fingering and everything else, obviously you can rewind this video once it's not live anymore, but also the fingering is in the free tab that you can grab below. So yeah. One thing that I could mention is my my particular way of picking this. So I do use some economy picking. I go up, up. So, and again here, up, up, up. So go up, 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 and then I go down, up, up. So up, down, up. There are these little bits of you know, economy picking as well. So yeah, if you want to dive into that kind of side of things more, I did put up an economy picking exercise, and also a full-on deep dive into economy picking in a lesson on my Patreon, linked below. So yeah, it's very handy for certain things. It's very, very handy to do some, you know, some economy picking. I just really like it. Here we go. 3, 4. So obviously there, you know, as you get further down, which is one of the reasons that I started it up there, as you get further down, it gets more and more stretchy, you know? Obviously, especially the last key here, you're doing that big pull off there from the 6th fret to the 2nd fret. And then again, another big pull off there from 5 to 1. Okay? And then obviously also it looks slightly different as you're having to use an open A string right there at the end, and an open D string as well. And then we finish with that chord, which is again, you know, using just the very colorful notes that make it melodic minor, the minor 3rd and that major 6. So in this chord there isn't a major 7, but even at that, it's a very melodic minor kind of sound. That's the chord that we end on. So that's basically like a G minor 6/9. It's got the 9th up there as well. That's your 2nd finger on the 5th fret, 3rd fret with the 1st finger, and then you bar 5 and 5 on the 2 top strings with your 3rd finger. So little bonus melodic minor chord there as well. Hope you guys have loads of fun with the licks. Like I said, you know, you can always refer to the actual exercise, the Wednesday warm-up is linked below. There we go, guys. I appreciate you all very, very much. And I got a new jam coming out tomorrow. Yeah, look forward to sharing that one. It has a solo tab and everything else available on Patreon as well. This one is going to be fun. It's like an A minor groove blues, just really easy to have a lot of fun with. So I hope you guys will enjoy that one. And yeah, take care, guys. Appreciate you all very much. I will see you soon.